So my first book was called Mind Chatter That Matters. So it explains on a very basic level, because it is very basic stuff that we need to get back to the basics, which is what we all know. When I wrote that book, I channeled a lot of the information. I already knew the information, but I had to put it together in a way that people would be able to get the concept. And I had to explain the psychology side of how the mind is broken up, which is taught in universities through, like, you know, the principles of Freud and Jung. And then I brought in how the soul speaks and how to identify the soul's, you know, work and the purpose of the ego versus the purpose of the soul. And a lot of people go, oh my God, you know, you explain it so easily. And it is so basic, but it's trying to work out what voice is what. Once we learn the agenda of each voice, and then we go through the coaching, so I get help to show where, you know, say someone's had trauma at 14 and it's holding them up in a certain area, the spirit will show me that they've got that particular, you know, damage in there, and we'll talk about it. And then that helps them open up, because sometimes there's a lot of hidden agenda that our egos want to protect that stuff so nobody can get in there and hurt again.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. And I sort of find with people I can name the age at which something like that happened. Do you find you do that as well?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a really deep kind of level of work you're doing there. Now, we've also got a caller, so we might bring them in. We've got Claudia in Springville, Utah. Are you there, Claudia?
I am. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the show. It's beautiful to have you here. It just feels like a journey of selfhood going on as well there. But I might get you to chat also with our special guest, Liz Atherton, who can do a reading and a bit of spiritual coaching for you. So go ahead there, Liz.
Hi, Claudia. How are you?
Hi. Oh, I'm good. I'm a little nervous, but I'm good.
Okay. I'm sort of looking at your energy. You're very loving and very giving. Like, I feel that you it can express and articulate very well. You have been around people that don't always hear and get your communication. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I feel that you're a very good soul, like you're very much putting yourself out for a lot of people and wanting to, and that might sound very general, but I feel that you come from a really strong heart sense with this, and I feel that you do go that extra mile for people, and you're coming across as a very sort of loving, guiding, sort of like very supportive to a lot of people. Now, I'm just going to have a look if I've got someone in spirit for you. Hang on for one sec. I do have a lady and I've got a man. Have you lost a parent at all, doll? Like, I feel that this lady's very much a motherly, she's got a motherly instinct to her.
Yes.
And I feel that when I say motherly, I feel very... or would have walked over broken glass for her family, very connected.
Oh, okay. I'm having a hard time hearing you, but did you say there was a woman that's like a motherly?
Yes, but very, very much a family lady, very, would go the extra mile for everybody.
Yes.
And I feel that she was sort of quite sick on the chest before she's passed as well. Does that make sense? Like struggling to breathe and pain in the chest.
Yes.
And was this lady sort of in her 70s, early 80s when she passed as well?
The early what?
In her 70s, early 80s when she's passed.
Yeah, around that.
Pardon?
Could I ask a question that is on my mind?
Of course you can.
Okay. I thought I felt my mom's death because it seems like sometimes I do. I've had, I want to know where she is.
So I feel that this lady's very present in your life and very much, she would have been very good at, not always good at communicating her love, but would be always very present around you. Does that make sense? Like she would be there for you through thick and thin. And like I had a mum like that. She was just constantly there. You know that you could call on her. And I feel this lady's in spirit still like this around you. And I'm just being shown like an older style weatherboard home that's got a lot of white on the outside. And I feel that she's trying to confirm, I'm not sure if this is your home or whether this is the home that she used to live in, but I feel that she's very much a homebody and would be very house proud as well. And this lady's sort of trying to come through to sort of just acknowledge that she's around you. And she's also sort of showing me, do you understand what I mean? Well, but that she's trying to show me that there's times where, you know, you feel like you, I wouldn't say it's loneliness, but you feel sometimes alone.
Yeah, well, you know, I have a lot of guilt.
Okay. But this lady's sort of not coming through.
Because the people you are describing, it could be either two people. And I've recently lost my mom and my mother-in-law, and they were both very important in my life.
Yeah.
The guilt, because I don't know if I could have done more to keep her here.
No,
you have no control over that, Dal. They go when they're meant to go. And it doesn't matter what contribution you have, they leave when they've got to leave. So you're not, and they don't want, let me tell you the experience I've had with spirit, they don't want you here suffering with negative human emotions. They exit when their plan is to exit. That's their signed agreement prior to even coming down here. You have no control.
Okay.
Have input on that. And this is where, you know, this is our controlling nature that we try to have as a human.
All right. I'm still just waiting for any sign, you know, that she's okay, because I don't think in the beginning my mother was okay.
In the beginning of passing, do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think she was very angry that it wasn't her time. And
on a human level, we do feel like that, because we feel like we've had something taken away from us. But when we go into spirit, we don't have the negative emotions that are attached to our human side. So we go with, I've never had a bad experience with spirit, not haunting, nothing, and I do house clearings and everything. What we do is we perceive that they've got all the negative experiences still, but they go through healing to release all of those. You see, so when they go in, so I'm saying she's just showing me that she's gone to spirit and there's been a man waiting at the gate for her.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Did you have a man with he was sort of fairly thick in the neck and sort of, when I say an older gentleman, he would have been quite good looking when he was young.
Yes, you could say that.
Yeah, and he would have pulled the women in, you know. And I feel a man of good, a really good quality man, you know, the good old-fashioned gentleman, very much the home family man as well. But I feel I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of him. You know, if you did wrong by the family, hell have no fury.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, because I'm seeing the same things as you are there, Liz. Absolutely seeing the same things, from the short blonde hair of the woman and how dapper he is, and as he gets older, I'm actually seeing a little bit of a back there. Still good looking, but it's like he hunches over a tiny bit there. But he's a very good man. So thank you there, Claudia, for your call. Bang on accurate there, Liz. I was picking up a lot of the same things, so I didn't bother answering. We've got there Becky in St. Louis, Missouri. Are you there, Becky?
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much for calling in. It's beautiful to hear from you. It's like I get the Little Ray of Sunshine song going in my head here. So it's like having to kind of bust through the clouds to get the sunshine, and there's a lot of good energy in what you're doing there. And so we've got a special guest here, Liz Atherton, who's travelling, and she's based